It is the local and community issues and answers right here with Jonathan Lawson. And we're so thankful to have in the studio with us today Brother Dale Campbell. He's the pastor from Grace Fellowship Church, and we're going to be talking about the Great Turkey Giveaway.
Jonathan, it is great to be with you today. I appreciate you having me, giving us the opportunity to talk about one of the greatest events that we do at Grace Fellowship Church throughout the year.
Okay. Now, how does this work? I mean, a lot of people would be interested in maybe getting involved in this.
Well, 11 years ago, believe it or not, we began the first Great Turkey Giveaway in London, Kentucky, Grace Fellowship Church. And that year, we decided we were going to give away 100 turkeys.
Oh.
Well, the deal with this particular benevolence program was that we would supply a turkey to the family, but they had to visit our church for one service. Most everything that we do, as far as giveaways, we just give. But we felt like for this one event, we would ask them to come and be part of one of our services. So that first year, we were giving away 100 turkeys. For 100 turkeys, you're going to get at least the person coming, and most of the time they're going to bring one with them. So you can figure 200 guests at the least that are going to show up. And I decided that was the time to preach the gospel and do it in a way that we could reach out to those who were unchurched, unsaved, or maybe some who had been in church, been saved, but just needed to rededicate their lives. We have phenomenal success. Now, 11 years later, we're still doing it. And this year we're giving 350 turkeys away.
Oh, my goodness.
And so 350 turkeys, those people, they must come to our office. They must pick up a ticket and register, got to pre-register. And that ticket will enable them to come and be part of one of those services, and they will receive their turkey at the end of that service. Now, of course, I'm going to present the gospel.
Oh, praise
And I'm going
God.
to do it in a way with illustration and special music and different things that I really believe they're going to be touched. 2 years ago, we had 104 people either saved or rededicated through the Great Turkey Giveaway.
Oh, that is wonderful.
So it is a benevolence project. We bless the family with a turkey, but more so, we're blessing people with the gospel.
Exactly right. And, that's really touching lives, and that is phenomenal. Not only you're helping somebody that might be in need, can't afford a turkey, you're showing them the love of Jesus and preaching them the gospel.
Absolutely. That's the number one thing.
So how, when people come to the office, do they have to register, or how does that work?
We have someone in the entry of our church, and all we ask is for them to give us their name and phone number. We don't require any kind of information other than that because we're not interested in what their situation is to have to prove income and that kind of stuff. We're not opposed to that for certain programs. But for this project, if they say they have a need, that's all we need to know. And they just sign their name. We'll give them a ticket. They get to choose to be part of our morning service or evening service. It's exactly identical on that particular Sunday. And then on the Sunday prior to Thanksgiving, which will be the 18th, they come in and they attend that service, and it's about an hour and a half. And at the end of the service, we give them the turkey. Now, what we hope is that they're going to get more than the turkey. In fact, I received a letter, one of the greatest letters I ever received a few years ago. That was the year we had 104 people come through the altar. The lady sent me a letter. She was actually from here in Corbin. And she said, I came to get the turkey, but I left with so much more than a turkey. And I'll be honest with you, some of them are so touched spiritually, they could almost leave and forget about the turkey,
That's a blessing.
But it's an opportunity to bless them physically and spiritually.
Exactly, and what an opportunity that we have in this time that we're living in to promote and preach and teach the gospel to people and see people born again, see lives changed, souls saved, young people transformed. Our community needs this.
Amen. They really do. And I think really it was just God that enabled us to launch that program. And we look at it as the greatest soul-winning weekend of our year. That's the way we look at it. And so while we're bringing in this particular weekend, we'll have at least 700 guests through the turkey giveaway. We also encourage our people to invite people for the gospel. Because, you know, there's a lot of people who've invited people to church, and maybe you get them there. You worked really hard to get them there. That particular Sunday, the preacher preached on tithing or preached on something, you know, good stuff, needful stuff. But you were kind of hoping it would go a different direction, especially since you were inviting the unsaved in that weekend.
Right.
My people know that on Turkey Giveaway, I'm going to preach the message of the cross. I'm going to deal with things to get people saved, or either to get people to come back to church, get back in fellowship with God. And so I'll have another great audience of people who have just been invited because people tried to get them there for the soul-winning strategy, and it works.
A salvation message to the lost.